in this lesson, we'll spend some time getting more familiar with editing tangent handles. So we definitely want to be as comfortable as we can when using tangent handles because they are going to allow us to add that extra polish to really improve our work. So in this case, I'm actually going to use the miniature curve editor. And I'd recommend using that at times because it may help you to speed up your animation process in some circumstances. Now, we can also focus on our position Z track. So we can go there. We've learned how we can actually add tangent handles or make them available. Okay, we can simply convert a tangent to custom or auto even. Now, we also learned how we can move our tangent handles in orientation and length by simply dragging with the left mouse button at the ends. Okay, now adjusting the orientation, that's going to allow us to increase or decrease our values, and by adjusting our length, we'll be able to add more of a hold to our animations, or make the movement happen a little bit faster in a linear type of way. Now, another way we can actually do this is from our key info dialog and rollout. So I'll actually go to the motion panel and we can go all the way to the bottom here, making sure that we're focusing on either rotation or position. Alright, so we have our key info basic and key info advanced. Here's what we really want to focus on. I'll go ahead and right click on this key and you'll see again we get to the key's properties. Now again we saw how we can change the in and out tangent type, okay, from these flyouts. If we were to click on advanced, here's something that we really haven't spent any time understanding. The first two parameters at the top, they're going to allow us to control our orientation of the selected tangent. So as we move one, notice how it's actually locking the other's value. And that's all because of this lock feature that we have right next to our in tangent field. If we left click that, notice now we can do something called break tangent, where we are able to break the continuity of our tangent handle. And again, this is similar to fast in and out, where we can basically add weight or even show impact by doing this. And we're going to take a look at how we can actually apply that. So you'll see that if we try to lock our tangent from here, I'll zoom in a little bit more, as we now adjust the orientation of our tangent handle, again we're going to keep that discontinuity, but at the same time we're still being able to control both sides. If you ever wanted to bring it back to a flat tangency, you can simply unlock them and right click on your sliders and then lock them again, and now notice we have that same continuity. You'll notice that we don't have any lock for our length, and at times this is very ideal. Okay, because more often than not you're going to want to edit just one side of your animation and not the other tangent. Okay, so this actually works out to be pretty nice. If you were to right click this, this is another way you can either apply a fast in, fast out, or what is called again broken tangency. Okay, and I'll go ahead and increase the length here so you have a better result. Normalized time, this is a way we can basically smooth out animations that may be kind of abrupt. So if we have really extreme values, we can use normalized time to smooth those out. And free handle, this is basically how we're able to read our length values. So currently with it off, what's happening is that we're looking at the percentage of our tangent handle from its neighboring key. So watch this. If I were to put this at 0.5, you'll see that now this tangent handle is halfway between its key and our neighboring key. If we have this turned on, it's actually going to look at the amount of frames it encompasses. So currently it is holding about 15 frames. Okay, so that's how we can change that. And again, all of these options here we can see from our key info rollout. So if we were to actually go to the key, okay, and if we were to focus on the right track, so I'll go to the position Z, notice we get to the same settings here from the motion panel. But typically I like to just work with the curve editor's key info dialog. Okay, but those are some ways we can edit our tangent handles. Now in the next few lessons we're going to go ahead and look at ways we can actually work with the tangent handles and something that would be more of a practical way to use them.